Good evening and a pleasant welcome to another edition of Light Talk Business. Tonight, I'm your host, Ricky Ali. As always, we are going to discuss something very important about our country, Liberia. What role does small businesses play in the economy in Liberia? Unfortunately, my guest just called me lately and told me that something came out, so he could not make his way here to join me for the discussion tonight. But we are going to plan something hopefully soon, um, so that he can be able to make his appearance on the show. But if you're following the show via Facebook and YouTube, I want to say welcome to the Rahim Show. As always, Ricky Ali is your host. I'm going to share the number momentarily, so you can be able to call and be a part of the show tonight. We are discussing what role do small businesses play in the Liberian economy. So we all know that small businesses are the heart of the private sector. Why? Because they create jobs, they pay taxes, and they stimulate economic growth. So tonight, if you want to be a part of the show, I guess the number is on the screen if you're following the show via Facebook and YouTube. The number to call is 443 312-9435. If you want to be a part of that, part of the discussion tonight, call that number and share your perspective. And if you are following the show via Facebook and YouTube, please make some comment, share the podcast, and we will highly appreciate you for your support. Uh, Tonight, we're just going to dive in some important things about why small businesses play a vital role in the Liberian economy. I really want, I really wanted to have my guest here tonight because he is somebody very equipped with the knowledge. Unfortunately, something just came out and he could not make his way here. But if you want to be a part of the show tonight, please just send me a message and I can send you the link to join the show. And it comes so we can have a very nice discussion about Liberia. And one of the reasons why we discuss these things about our country is because we want to see a better Liberia. And I think that the business people play a major role in our economy because most of these business people hire people to work with them. The government cannot hire everyone in Liberia. I know in Liberia, most of the guys, they want to get government job, but I tell you, the business sector, if I would just, sidetrack a little bit when you come to the US here, businesses contribute a lot of money to the US economy, a lot of money. A lot of people, millions of people get employed by businesses like Amazon. Amazon is a big, business, and you got millions of people working with Amazon. Amazon pay a lot of taxes, billions of dollars in taxes. So you see, it stimulate economic growth and also create job opportunity for people. And these people also pay taxes. So you see, so that's what we are discussing about Liberia. We want to see the small businesses do well in Liberia. And most of the time, the small businesses fail. And we'll talk about that, what make most of the small businesses fail to actually grow, and some of them end up failing completely. We are going to talk about that. So let's just get into our discussion tonight. If you're following the show via Facebook and YouTube, I want to say welcome. This is the Rahim Show. I'm your host, Ricky Ali. We are discussing tonight what role do small businesses in Liberia play in our economy in Liberia, and what are some of the role they play to make our country a better country? Because some of the businesses create job opportunity, to pay taxes to the government, and they stimulate economic growth. So we are going to dive into that. Unfortunately, our guest made a live meeting call that he could not make it here tonight, but because I've already posted a flyer and I had to have the show. Okay, I have somebody join me tonight. Okay, let me get somebody. I'm glad somebody's here tonight. So I'm going to prepare an overlay for the person and I so that we can discuss this tonight. Just bear with me 1 second while I prepare this overlay. Okay, bear with me 1 second. I'm going to put you in studio. Okay, all right, let me see. Okay. Okay, let's see. All right, okay. Let me do this the way. Okay. You okay, all right, that's good. That's good. You are here. Welcome. One of my sister want to join me to discuss the topic tonight. Let me just fit you in this overlay stuff as we dive into the discussion tonight. Welcome, my sister. Welcome. Are you hearing me?
Thank
Okay,
you.
thank you. Yeah. Welcome to the show. This is the Rahim Show. Right now, we are live on Facebook and YouTube. So people who are on Facebook are watching you and I tonight. So welcome to the show. As you may see on the
Thank you.
screen there, we are discussing small businesses in Liberia. Okay, all right. Now it's okay. I think we fit in these stuff. Okay, all right. Or better still, let me use this overlay. Let me use this one instead. She left. Oh my God. If she can come back, that would be great. Well, folks, if you're following the show via Facebook and YouTube, welcome to the Rahim Show. As you know, I'm your host, Ricky Ali. We are discussing what role do small businesses play in the Liberian economy. As you all know, small businesses are the heart of the private sector because what? They create job opportunity, they pay taxes, and they stimulate economic growth. I'm still waiting for my guest, a lady that if she could come back, that would be so great. She was here, and I created this overlay for she and I. Okay, if she can come back, that would be so great. That would be so great if she can come back. Please, if you're following the show on Facebook and you want to be a part of the show, my sister, can you come back so we can just discuss this? Uh, come back. I don't want to change the screen. Then when you come, I have to do. Um, I got to create another. Look for another overlay for you and I. So please, if you are able to come back so that we can dive into the topic tonight. And for some of you who are following the show on Facebook and YouTube, please make some comment, share the podcast. We highly appreciate you for that. So, you know, the Liberian economy is controlled by small businesses. You know, a lot of people in that country, a lot of businesses in that country, small to medium to large businesses, they are all, they control the economies of Liberia because these people who do these businesses, they pay taxes to the government. And better still, they also create opportunity for people to work. And you know that. Because they pay taxes, they also help to stimulate economic growth. Because how do you expect government to pay their worker. Where do the government get the money to pay their worker? It's from the taxes that the businesses pay. So I really want somebody to join me tonight so we can have this discussion. I think my sister just left while I was trying to create this particular unique overlay platform for us to have this discussion. So also you can also send me a message if you don't want to be part of the show coming live, but you can send me a message and make some comment. We highly appreciate you. But let me just change this thing because she could not make it to come. Let me change this thing. So unfortunate that I have to go through all of this, but no problem with that. Let me change this. Okay. I will change this and just do away with this and hold. Okay. Okay, folks. Welcome. I'm not in studio right now. Welcome to the Rahim Show. If you're flipping through Facebook, welcome to the show. We are discussing what role do small businesses play in a Liberian economy. If you want to be a part of the show, please send me a message and I'll send you the link to come and be part of the show tonight. So we are saying that small business are the heart of the private sector. Why? Because they provide job, they create job. Because most of the small businesses employ people that the government cannot employ, and some of them pay taxes as well to the government. At the same time, they will stimulate economic growth. So what we are saying here is Liberia economy is controlled by small businesses because majority of the citizens depend on small businesses as their main source of income. The main source of income for most of the people in Liberia are from small businesses because people have to sell to survive. They cannot rely on the government when there is a high rate of corruption. People cannot rely on the government. So people have to engage themselves into small business there to sustain they and the family. So it tells you that the Liberian economy is being controlled by small businesses. Why? Because the people have to work and people have to go and sell rather and make money to pay their children's school fees and so also take care of themselves. So if you want to be a part of the show, please call this number on the screen here. It's 443-312-9435 to share your perspective. The phone is here. If you call, I'm going to give you the opportunity to call your name and just share your view regarding this topic. And we highly appreciate your contribution. So we are saying the role that small businesses play in the Liberian economy is because they provide job opportunity. The government cannot provide everything for the citizen. So I know the government is supposed to use the available resources to meet the public need, but we got to understand that even in America, yeah, the government cannot provide work for everyone. That's why you have huge businesses, you have a lot of corporations and big businesses. They employ millions of people. Why? They help to alleviate what we call unemployment. Because if everybody rely on the government, there will be a lot of people who will be unemployed. So these businesses help. So that's why make them stimulate the economic growth of this particular country called the United States of America. So that's what we are saying in Liberia. We know a lot of businesses are struggling and a lot of businesses have failed due to lack of capital and other things, which we're going to discuss momentarily. But what we are saying, these small businesses are the heart of the Liberian economy. Because why? Most of the people are depending on these businesses as a source of income, as a source of their income. Where do you expect people to get money? money not somewhere where the person got to just go and go get it. No, they have to go. That's why you see a smaller and babies are all selling in the street in Liberia. It's not a really good thing for a child to be selling, like that. But I mean, what do you expect the parents to do if that's the only means for the child and the family to survive? So you see, most of the business, these are the source of income. So, folks, if you're following the show via Facebook and YouTube, I want to say welcome to the Rahim Show. We are discussing what role do small businesses play in a Liberian economy. And what we are saying, unfortunately, our guest had a lot many time call and say, he has to do something, so he couldn't make it today. So fortunately, unfortunately, we could not have him here. So if you want to be a part of the show, if you're viewing the show on Facebook and YouTube, and you also want to make contribution, call the number 443-312-9435 to be a part of the show and share your perspective. The phone is here. You can call, and I will give you the opportunity to share your perspective on a topic, and we highly appreciate it. And also, if you are viewing, please share the podcast, make some comment, and we highly appreciate that. So we are talking about small business. What role do small businesses play in a Liberian economy? You and I know for the fact that many people depend on small businesses to survive because it is the only source of income for a lot of people in our country. Because if everybody relied on the government, forget it. People will suffer in Liberia. So the Liberian economy is controlled by small businesses because majority of the citizens depend on small businesses as their main source of income. So it is believed that if small businesses in Liberia are supported and strengthened, if we believe that small businesses are the backbone of the Liberian economy because people depend on them as a main source of income, if that is the case, then they should be supported and strengthened. They should be supported and strengthened. The government should provide funding in a way that it helps to curtail high rate of tax interest rate to help the businesses. Because you want a business to be established. When more businesses are established in Liberia and these businesses pay taxes, it helps to stimulate economic growth. And that's what we want Liberia to be, to have that stimulate economic growth. So it is believed that small businesses in Liberia, when they are supported and strengthened, they will serve as a vehicle to carry more job. Because if the business grow to a extent where it grow into 5 different establishments, obviously you will have more people working for the establishment. More people will start working for the establishment. And these are means by which they can alleviate unemployment. They got a lot of people who are looming. They're not doing anything in Liberia. So when we have the businesses well established and they have help and they are strengthened by some kind of financial establishment for them, by giving a loan with no interest, it will help to stimulate economic growth and you will have a lot of people being employed. Because if, for instance, if I had a business in Liberia and that business was growing, I would end up establishing another business, another branch. And as I establish branches, you know that I'm not omnipresent like God, where I will be all in all the branches to control it at one. No, I'm not a God. So I will have to find people who are fit within the cycle of the business to employ them. And that alone help to alleviate unemployment in Liberia. Very important. So let us support our small businesses. I guess a lot of people watch this show on Facebook and YouTube, and some of them, some of the ministers sometimes they flip through Facebook, 2 a.m. in the morning, Liberia. They're, watching some things on Facebook. So we are encouraging our leaders create a financial, establishment where you can be able to help strengthen the small businesses in Liberia, so that they can be able to create more opportunity for other people. Because you alone cannot employ the entire Liberia. So they will serve as a vehicle to carry job, income, and development throughout the country. Yeah, as I said, income and development. Because, for instance, if I have one store and my business is booming, I want to open another store. And if I open another store, I'm going to hire like 2 or 3 person. I'm going to open another establishment, I hire people. If I have 5 establishments and employ like 20 person, imagine employing 20 person. It's like I have reduced the population of unemployment rate there. So that's why it is important to strengthen the small businesses sector. because they are the backbone for the Liberian economy. Because, take for instance, if all the businesses decide not to pay taxes, you think government will pay the workers? Where do government get the money to? And let's say the international community or people who loan Liberia loan and give Liberia money, you think all of the money can certify because they have things that they have to buy, things they have to use for the government. So you think all of the money, you know how many people go to Final Benny and pay taxes? You know how many money they collect from the Port of Authority in Liberia, from continuum that come for business people? You know how many money? Millions of dollars. So it just tells you how important small businesses are. So folks, if you are watching the show via Facebook and YouTube, share the podcast, make some comment, and then we have the number on the screen here, or the number to call is 443-312-9435 to make a contribution to the show. I'm waiting for people. I got some of my friends in the US that said they were going to call. Please call so that we can discuss this. It's all about Liberia. We want to see a better Liberia, and we want to see how the small businesses in Liberia are strengthened and supported by the government, because these people help to stimulate economic growth. And they are the backbone for every country. You can never undo the business people in Liberia. They pay taxes. And these people bring a lot of continuum. You see one man bringing the 3, 4, 5 continuum to pay. When I tell you to pay $20,000 just to free all the continuum, you won't believe it. And where does the money go? They pay the taxes to government. They don't pay the taxes to just somebody in America. No, they pay the taxes to the Liberian government. So it tells you that we need to do more for our country and help strengthen our small businesses, because they are the backbone of our economy. When they have the strength and the capability they need to improve their businesses or to grow more, to establish more businesses, all of those things help to create jobs and they pay more taxes as well. Because fast store, they pay 5 different money to register the fast store. So imagine that. So the more money, the more establishment, the more money the government is going to get. So let's support our Liberian businesses. So in Liberia, we have to build what we call conducive business environment that encourages growth, innovation, and prosperity. If we might be a great nation, we have to build a conducive environment that encourages growth, innovation, and prosperity. No one wants to get in business. Most of what I talk on the Light Talk Business, I talk about how you can start a business and what are some of the approaches and some of the strategies. Why do we do all of these things? We do it because we want to help people who want to get into business or people who are in businesses, to help them provide this information so that they can be able to learn some of these things and apply to the business so that they can have growth and prosperity. Who want to get in business and just fail? I don't think anybody get in business for the intention of failing. No, I know failure is part of business because business as a whole is a risk-taking, let's say, project. But no one gets into business to fail. Although you have to have the ability to consummate failure as a challenge, but no one gets in business to fail. So we must, as a Liberian, we must build, as a country, we must build a conducive business environment that encourages growth, that small businesses should grow. There shouldn't be a situation where somebody is, paying taxes and they're hiring people just to help alleviate the unemployment rate in Liberia. Then they fail. If they fail, then themselves become, a liability. Then those who work with them also become a liability, and the government cannot employ everybody. That's why small businesses is the heart of the economy, because they create job opportunity, they pay taxes to government, and they stimulate economic growth. So one of the things that also affect the economic growth, somebody asked me this question and said, what are the factors affecting economic growth and development in Liberia? Somebody just sent me that text. So one of the things that affect economic growth in Liberia is the global economic and commodity prices. The prices in Liberia is mainly affected by the prices on the global market. Take for instance, if we were producing rice in Liberia, that come down small. If we were producing rice in Liberia and we have big farm, like something like, I'm not talking about subsistence farming, but shifting cultivation. For some of you who know geography. Okay. If we had a big farm where we can even import rice from Liberia and where we can export rice from Liberia, right? We wouldn't have people, breaking rice to sell it for like $60 or $70 in Liberia for the whole bag because we produce our own rice. So these prices were going to be less. But one reason why tea prices are high because we are not producing teas on our own. Unlike other African countries, they are producing teas. There are African countries that are producing cell phone, making cell phone. So most of those cell phones that they produce it to be able to meet the needs of their own people, so that people will not be able to buy things for higher price because they have the cell phone made in their own country where it become affordable for their own people. So that's what we call economic growth. When you are producing something, you won't be able to depend on just import, import, import. Because you yourself is exporting. People can eat from your country because you are. And I know at some point in time, I know Liberia was exporting certain things, certain commodity, but we can still turn the page and do the same thing we used to do. We are just engaging the government to do the right thing and create a conducive environment where the business people can have the opportunity, can be strengthened, can have the opportunity to get at least money to put into the business with low amount of interest, low interest. I get it. From experience, a business, one of the government officials told me that, my brother, we have given these people money to do business. But when it comes to the payment aspect is the problem in Liberia. And I get it. Sometimes when we are saying this thing, we try to balance the equilibrium, right? We try to balance it in the sense that it is true that the small businesses are the backbones of Liberia because they help to create jobs and they pay taxes and they stimulate economic growth. But yet, even so, with the government strengthening and the government provide money through the central bank with low interest. But yet, when the people take that money then to pay it back, it becomes a serious problem. Serious problem. And if you are a business person and if you took a loan, I know a lot of Liberian people sometimes have certain money and I want to add it to the business until they go and take a loan. It is not a good thing to take more money, from the bank because you know how business look in Liberia. Business not like before. And most of what you're going to buy, maybe somebody have purchased that already. So, but it's always good that when you take money, please pay because you are setting record for yourself as a business person. Don't take a loan that you don't want to pay. So the person who asks a question, who texted me, say, what are the factors affecting economic growth and development in Liberia? One factor is because the small businesses are not being strengthened. They are not being helped. So most of the businesses, when they fail, it also affect economic growth. Because what we are saying here, small businesses are the backbone of the Liberian economy. Because when you have most small businesses establishment, they will hire people. Do you think the government can hire everybody? No, they will hire people, and when the businesses are more, they pay more taxes to the government, and then they help to stimulate economic growth. Because they are hiring people, and money is being circulated in the economy because the businessman can make money, go and buy goods, come and sell, pay taxes, all the money to in it. Then people are able to take money, from people who work with the business are able to feed their family because they themselves are being hired by the business thing. So let me progress because we want to spend a little hour here discussing our topic tonight. So why do most small businesses in Liberia fail? Somebody send me that message. Somebody had just texted me. Why do small businesses in Liberia fail? Why? So, folks, if you are watching the show via Facebook and YouTube, please make some comment, share the podcast. I would highly appreciate that. And also, we have the number on the screen here below the comment, share, and like Ariel. The number to call is 443-312-9435. Call and share your perspective. Unfortunately, we could not have our guest tonight, but somebody came on to be a part of the show. They just dropped for some reason, but we are discussing what role do small businesses play in a Liberian economy. We all know that small businesses are the backbone of our economy because they create jobs, they pay taxes, and stimulate economic growth. So someone had texted me, why do most small businesses in Liberia fail? That's a great question. Why? Most small businesses fail as a result of poor business planning. Sometimes not just about whether they need money to strengthen the business, but sometimes we who get into the business, we do what we call poor business planning. Poor. How can you have $25,000? You even sell to make more profit, but yet you get yourself involved into so many other things. How? You can't do business with that. And you know that you can do business with pleasure. You have to do business in a way that you will be able to use something. And as you make profit, add the profit back to the business and you make the business to grow. And your goal is to make that business grow in a short possible time. And after you study your short goal and see how far the business goes, then you decide to pursue your long-term plan goal because what you want the business to, boom, be a bigger establishment. That is why you see more people who started from small, you see them today, they are big. See? So as a result of poor business planning, most of the time people ask the question, why do small businesses fail? They fail because sometimes the business owner as a result of poor planning, sometimes they don't plan well. You get in the business and lack of what? Entrepreneurial skill. Some people don't have entrepreneurial skill. They don't have that skill. That's why it is good to learn from people who are in the business and learn from them. Because why? Change is essential. You know very well you come into the business. Don't act like you know everything. We Liberians, sometimes we act like we know everything. And as a result, because we know everything, people tend not to help us. But people are most likely to help you than you think. You see? People are most likely to help you. And lack a customer relation. Some people, when they have like 10 customers coming to the store, the first thing is they will start discouraging them. Don't do anything because the employee that you employ form a habit based on what they see you do. How you treat your customer, how you treat them, and how you treat the business. So sometimes businesses fail because of the way we treat the customer. If you are there to certify the customer will always come. I tell you, if you have a business where you certify your customer, I've seen somebody selling lapa and they certify the customer every time the person comes, they buy, and the person even bring more because if most of the thing people don't understand is in business they got something called sales smart. The way you treat your customer and you certify them and you're very receptive to them. It is a unique selling trigger already just by your behavior and the way you treat your customer. It's an advertising by itself. It's like you already advertise the business just from your own character and from the way you treat the customer. So the customer now will go and share their experience with somebody else. And once they share their experience with somebody else, that person too will want to come have the experience in that business. So it's always good to treat your customer right. So more businesses fail as a result of poor business planning, lack of entrepreneurial skill, lack of customer relation, management incompetence, and inadequate financing. When I say management incompetence, is like you don't know how to manage a business. You get small money, your joy inside. How can you be doing business with pleasure? You don't want to do business with pleasure. You want to do the business to succeed. So, folks, I think we got to end this show because I was really expecting somebody to join so we can dive into today. So I will just save the remaining things for my guest on Friday. I guess he's gonna make his way here on Friday, and I apologize to all my followers that he could not make it after doing the flyer, and we all agree for him to come here. So I'm hoping that he will come on Friday so we can discuss this serious topic because he has so many things to really talk about on the show. So thank you, folks, for always following our show. We appreciate you. For some of you who make comments, some of you who like, some of you who subscribe to our platform, the Rahim Show. Thank you so much. I want to say I am so grateful that you have taken all your time to view this show, and make sure you comment, make sure you share, and we highly appreciate that. So I want to say good night. Have a wonderful day, and thanks for following us. Bye for now.